Hey everyone, and welcome to Let's Play Heroes of Might and Magic 7. It is out, finally. Came out last Tuesday. And a few people requested it from me. A lot of people actually subscribed, a lot of people actually subscribed for my Heroes of Might and Magic videos, and I wanted to play it, so here it is. Powered by Unreal Engine. That's also a series I've Let's played. Although the engine itself is not exactly a game series. Anyway, I have a lot of talking to do, but cutscene, and yes, I'm gonna talk a little.
How I am remembered.
During the
People
cutscenes,
pray to the dragon gods for their answers.
because copyright is a
I
thing.
don't have that luxury. I am the Duke of Griffin. I answer to the Empress,
Sure.
but she and her children have been murdered, leaving an empty throne.
That was a Heroes 5 scenario, if I remember correctly. No, the demo. That was a demo. Also a scenario.
And when men are left to make decisions meant for gods,
You know,
the only answer is war.
of course it is. This cutscene is actually
I never wanted a
animated.
part in this. I could have stepped aside.
Blah,
I may
blah.
not pray to the dragons,
You may
but
not.
they made me what I am. A griffin never kneels to the wills of lesser men.
He's not very faithful, is he? That's what he's saying. And yes, I know I probably annoyed a lot of people doing this right now, but if there's one place where the game companies really have a legitimate issue with Let's Players, it's when it's for cutscenes and stuff, because everybody is enjoying their work, the devs, without any addition from the Let's Player. That is outright just ripping somebody else's work and then putting ads on it. So I don't really like that. So I don't mind. I am going to talk, if only because otherwise I don't really agree with the use I would be doing of it. Anyway, we're here. I started this almost a week later. Part of the reason I did not start it immediately, other than the game probably had some issues on the very day of release, but part of the reason I wanted to do this in a little bit is to get time to play ahead, because you want to play ahead in a Heroes game. Unfortunately, as I discovered when I tried to play ahead, I don't really have the time for it. That's unfortunate. Oh well. Campaigns. You're not gonna play the cutscene. That's really, really annoying. It only plays once, apparently. Is there really no way to do this? Anyway, Ivan summoned his advisors, a whole bunch of them, because the Empress is dead. They talked about that in the intro cutscene. The Empress is dead, and so the Dukes are warring. That also was talked about in the cutscene. And Ivan is getting really, really, really tired of all this crap, so he's just gonna say, F you all, I'm going to do my kingdom in my duchy, and you guys do your kingdoms in your duchy, and screw you all. We're all going our different ways, you know? And then the advisors, all of them over here, want to convince him to keep going, and so they're all going to tell him a story of the past that is supposed to inspire him into continuing. So basically we're going to be doing various campaigns that have nothing to do with each other than, you know, just, I don't know. I don't even know. Except at the end it's going to convince Ivan to do his campaign, I guess, which is a 2-map campaign as opposed to 4 for everybody else. Yeah. So they're all 6, all represent a faction. It's funny how they're sitting next to each other. I mean, those two, that's the Dark Elves and the Elves, mortal enemies, sitting next to each other. The Orcs, which were created by the Mages, not exactly mortal enemies, but enemies, sitting next to each other. Undead, the dead, the dark magic users, if you will, and the Angels, light magic users, sitting next to each other, pretty much opposed, although not necessarily enemies. They just don't, you know, worship the same gods. Although, you know, the undead don't exactly worship the shadow, the darkness gods. They just use that magic, but they don't really care. Technically, it's the Dark Elves that worship the darkness. But anyway, that's the map. I never clicked on the map, actually. You can look at all these. I started with this guy because he was on the left, but then he turned out to be on the right. I'm still gonna start with this guy, and I'm just gonna go through in this order, from right to left. I wanted to do it from left to right because that's, you know, where really Sylvan happens sometime. We don't know when. I did not notice the timetable up here. Anyway, we're not doing this in chronological order. I might do that, I guess. I might play ahead. I'm gonna try. This is gonna be blind for now because I can't play ahead. But I'm going to try while I'm going through this blind to play ahead the next campaign. And I guess I'm going to do mages next and try to do the rest in chronological order. I had not noticed this beforehand. See, this is why blind is bad. Oh goodness, yes, isn't it just? So blind means normal because otherwise we're gonna waste way too much time trying to catch up with all our mistakes. And map one of this guy. Start. Cool. That is all. Anybody recognize this guy here? He appeared. Hint, hint. He appeared in another Let's Play of mine. They're gonna talk about him, I imagine, unless those cutscenes are cut as well. I don't want to do any of this blind, so you're probably never going to see cutscenes if you only get to see them once. Mainly because you waste crap tons of time if you don't know what you're doing. I'm going to go faster now than I did my first time playing the beginning of this map, and I only played the beginning, by the way. I really didn't have time to play much, but I'm gonna go way faster in this because I know what I'm doing, and I didn't know the first time. Another problem I'm gonna get is with just, you know, knowing where to go to get all the resources I need to build up, or better yet, the hero development. We're gonna get 2 heroes here, 2 main heroes. Normally I'd build one for combat and I'd use only this one, and the other one would be built with all the economy stuff. But I can't do that here because they might later in the campaign divide them and they both have to do combat, otherwise you're dead. And I'd be boned, really, and I don't want to be boned, so I'm gonna have to build both of them for combat. That's gonna be a pain in the butt. Also, loading times are long. That's one thing I noticed with this game. It seems to have performance issues. What the crap are you doing? That's my test run. I want to restart this. Why are you continuing? Restart the map, please. Yes. Idiot. And loading time again. You know, I'm gonna cut this one.
You have all heard of the Twilight Covenant.
We get the
The end
cutscene.
of the Elder Wars after decades of death and destruction.
Sure.
But Erebos, the master of assassins, believed only in shadow and conflict.
Sure. All the
The
con.
faceless knew they could not contain him.
I almost want to
For
say shut up,
Erebos
but
was
no,
with
of course
death,
not.
As a drunk is to wine.
I
so
wish I
they
could
sealed
put
him away
subtitles
forever.
in, though. That way I
So
wouldn't
they
bother you
thought.
guys near as much when I talk.
With freedom, Erebos needed like-minded souls on his quest for vengeance.
Oh, he
And
can't
the
do this
elf
alone.
Salvin's pain called to him. So Erebos took him and his 2 disciples, Viron and Malwen. Malwen was as a daughter to Salvin, and it's true, she thought she was of his blood, while Viron was hungry with a fanaticism born from youth.
Yay,
A
fanatics.
more than willing disciple to the cause.
Everybody loves
With
fanatics.
these disparate souls were forged the blades of Erebos.
There is much work to be done, and I fear we are too few. Seek out Adjut of the Black Fang. The Thieves' Guild will profit greatly from our work here.
Cool.
So it's only right they share the burden of labor.
Brother
father, you would have everyone at each other's throats.
Well, of course, better than
Why
ours.
risk our own people when others can so easily be persuaded to do our bidding without a mention of us on their lips?
Exactly.
These
Exactly
are
what I
lessons
just said.
you two should learn well.
Yes.
Now, we have much to discuss. We find ourselves amongst an abundance of unenlightened foes. Orcs, wizards, and elves all jockeying for position to claim the peninsula.
It will be a simple task to have them each baying for the other's blood.
I don't know about
True, but
simple.
there is still much to be done to ensure success. Go now and meet with Adjit.
Sure,
Plant
I
the
guess.
seeds of suspicion, and let the fire of vengeance burn amongst our enemies. Let them tear themselves apart.
Can I go? Can you shut up now? Oh wait, yes I can. You can actually navigate
Plant
through
true.
these, that's
Let them
practical.
tear themselves
I'm not sure they had
apart.
that in Heroes 6, they had something similar. Maybe it just didn't have the pause option. Might be it. Anyway, you start with 2 heroes. This guy, who's the fanatic, with quite the army. And then this lady, who's the magic prophet, apparently. She's a prophet. She can see the future. No, not really. Huh, interesting. He's the melee character, but he still starts with 3 spirit, which is kind of silly, but whatever. So Hero 7, quite different from Hero 6. The skills are all in here, and they don't include spells anymore. And for all classes, hero classes, you have 3 ultimate skills, and you have to go down certain paths to go get them. Which is, oh, you know, that's practical. I never saw that. It's easier to search for stuff that way. Anyway, I'm not entirely sure what everything I want from them, but you know, I'll figure it out. I'll probably give him some economy, some combat skills. Of course, I was mentioning he needs to know how to fight, but other than that, he's probably gonna get some. I'm surprised he doesn't get offense actually. Yeah, because, see, the magic hero right here gets offense, but not the might hero. That makes 0 sense to me. Oh, well, anyway, we're gonna explore the skill wheel a little more once we gain some level ups. For now, I'm just saying, I just wanted to say, that's a change. This up here, the resources, that's another change from Hero 6. They just did not want... Why am I getting... stuff is annoying. Anyway, level 2! You know, getting back to that skill wheel immediately. Shouldn't be that complicated. I'm getting this next. This removes the enemy's retaliation for just the turn of the creature when I do the physical attack. So it can't be abused quite as easily, but it's still quite useful, especially considering the creatures we get. These especially. Shut up! These especially, they are only 11 HP and 1 defense. They die like nobody's business. They're also pretty good at killing stuff. 2-3 damage for a core unit is pretty good, but they're not that great. The other 2 units we have, by the way, are the Stalker, which is the ranged, and the Troglodyte, which is a tank. 25 HP, more than twice the HP of the Shade, and that's the upgraded version, by the way. This is not upgraded. And then 4 defense is exactly 4 times the defense of the Shade. Shades are glass cannons. Troglodytes are tanks. And then the other thing shoots stuff. The upgraded version of this actually ignores defense, which is pretty good. You learned spells. What spell did you learn? What? How did you learn a spell from here? Not sure. Oh, because the town portal is done. Town portal teaches the recall. She can teleport back to the spell. I forgot I had teleportation in my practice run. I'm dumb. Now then, I could build some creatures and then set forth with more creatures, but I already have a decent army, so I'm gonna go with the Mage Guild. For a few reasons. I want better spells. New spells! And you have to choose a a specialty. Every magic school, you can look over here, every magic school is actually going to have a specialty. A favored magic school, a banned magic school, so darkness and light, and then a specialty, which is going to be one of these, and which is going to make sure one spell of these actually makes it on each level. There are 4 levels of spells. So I'm going to pick Earth because that's the only healing I can get, and I did not get the healing spell. Arrgh! That hurts me. I also... Blizzard. Instant reinforcements. Teleports selected creatures from the nearest friendly town with a time portal to the hero instantly. Oh. That's interesting. It's very interesting. Well, I got crappy spells. On my practice run, at least I got Firebolt, which is very useful for magic. Why are you so slow? I swear I said the speed faster, and then it just did not save it because screw me. 150, and the AI needs to be 150 too, because this game is really slow. I saved the changes, I remember that much, and then it just did not keep the changes for some reason. Malwen leveled up. She got a level up. I need to choose. What's very useful for the magic users is actually this right here. When the hero kills an enemy creature, it gains 20 mana instantly. It is absolutely fantastic because it works on spells, so it's not just the hero attack. Well, maybe that's a bug. Maybe that's not working as expected, but well, as intended. But it works on normal attacks. It's kind of crazy like that. That's why Firebolt was really useful, because it actually paid for itself. I had infinite supply of Firebolts, but now I don't have an infinite supply of spells because I didn't get a freaking direct damage spell. Kind of annoying. Oh well. Oh well, I guess I'll deal with it. I still took it because I can still get 20 mana just by doing the normal attack. Also, the music for the AI turns is kind of silly, but maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. Who knows? By the way, if you notice performance issues, that's not because I'm recording. It's actually always like that. It was like that when I wasn't recording. I tested it, and it really didn't change much. 336. I don't think I'm going to do that much better, but I'm curious to see if I'm going to do that much better. Also, first combat, sure, I'm going to show it. I was just curious to see how many losses they'd give me. Alright. Oh, by the way, troglodytes technically count as flyers. They are effectively flyers. They don't look like they can fly, but that's because they don't fly per se. You'll see. Also, there's a bug when you wait, which makes me really annoyed because I have to wait right now. Can I do anything? You have Firebolt. Why? That was not in the... Well, cool. That was totally not in the Magic Guild, but see? Firebolt. And she still has full mana because she got 20 mana back. That was kind of awesome. We'll wait up. Get shot. That's 2. How many did I lose? I think it was 6 from the stalkers. I'm up to 4 now. That's why they fly, because they dig. They don't teleport, they don't fly, they go under. That's the bug. When you wait and then they take another turn, the game seems to think that they're still here, so that's what the movement they get. I can't tie these down right now, which sucks. Big time. You can technically fix that by waiting, and then they're gonna have their normal movement range on their second turn, but they're gonna get mauled because of this. It's stupid, but whatever. Well, I could try to give them bad morale. What's your morale at? 0. It's very desperate. You know, because this is gonna kill, what, 6 creatures? And this might take out 23 of them for 1 turn if it works, but it might not work. Let's test it. We're specialists of dark magic, after all. Oh! That actually fixed the... That fixed the, well, that's good to know. I didn't know that was gonna do that. Okay, I lost 2 assassins there. Gonna lose... Huh. Archers tend to do that when they're tied down. They actually just defend. It's kind of stupid, but whatever. You know, had I known that, I would have firebolted these. Would have been better overall. Kill. Tie them down, more importantly. I'm probably going to lose another truck of that. I think losses are pretty equal to what they were advertised. To me. In the quick combat. I forget exactly what the losses were, but they were pretty similar to this. Oh, you're gonna move. Usually they just defend. That's... them moving is pretty rare. Bam. 6 damage, 1 down, because they are bad. Also, there's a flanking mechanic, by the way. If you attack from behind, it's going to do more damage. I did not attack from behind there, because I wanted to tie these down as well. Talking about which, you can just kill them. The archers are going to finish them. And then the assassins are going to finish these off. Okay, everything works. I took a lot of losses. I can't heal. What do you want from me? I didn't get freaking regen. I actually took more losses here than I did in my practice run, as I recall. I lost less of these and then more of these. Oh well. I'll deal with it, I guess. That gets me stones! Yup. And the mine, more importantly. I don't know where to find wood. I didn't find a sawmill in my practice run. That was my biggest problem, I'd say. Quick combat, what do you give me? No, that is absolutely unacceptable. No, don't close. Play manually. Was Heroes 6 play manually on the right side? Because I think it was, because I have this reflex of going for the right side, and it's kind of annoying. Like this.